right, hello guys. Uh, Good hell of a morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or good anything that you basically are feeling should be the good for today. All right. I hope you guys are well. I hope you're good. So today we are basically looking at grade 8 geometry. Grade 8 geometry. That's what we are looking at. Why? Because grade 8 geometry is a pivotal aspect of the term work that is covered. Okay, so welcome to grade 8 geometry. Nothing more than grade 8 geometry, nothing less than grade 8 geometry. If we have any serious issues with the grade 8 geometry, then ask us, right? But if we don't, then great. Welcome in. Okay, welcome in. Welcome in. So hopefully you guys can see what's on the screen. You can see it well. If you do have problems, please let me know. But I'd hope you don't. That what we see here is very clear. Okay, I'd hope it's very clear. Okay, are we good? Good. I'm sorry about the fuzziness. Hey, there's these lines that I'm seeing here that are like, it's like channel lines. You know channel lines? Yeah. It's like channel lines. Okay, so the questions here are saying, all right, because we actually did a bit of this geometry grade 8s. Grade 8s, we did a bit of this geometry introductory lesson. We looked at straight line, angles on a straight line, complementary angles. We looked at supplementary angles, and we looked at the different types of angles that we can expect from a diagram. So now we are just going to jump in grade 8s and look at more things around, actually look at problems associated with what we learned last time. Okay, so let's dive in there. The first problem says determine with reason the values of the unknown. So what we want there is we want the value of x. So guys, what would be the value of x? What would be the value of x for this diagram here? And what would be the reason? Yeah. From my answer, Jericho, x plus 40 is equal to 90 degrees. Very good. X plus 40 is indeed equal to 90 degrees. That's what we would definitely say. The reason, complementary angles. Yes, true story. Okay, nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, so yes, as the x value, which is in what? Which is in green, which is from that common arm to the vertical line AB. Then there is this angle, which is from this arm BC to the arm AB. If you connect the two angles together, they add up to the box, which you see there is 90 degrees. So then when we actually set it up, yes, indeed, we would say x plus 40 degrees is equal to what? X plus 40 is equal to 90 degrees. Then our reason, comp angles. Okay, that comp angles means complementary angles. So that's nicely done. We just simply say comp angles. Okay, yeah. And then we solve for the angle. We take the 40 degrees, we transpose it changes to negative 40. Okay. Yeah. Then from there, we solve, we get the solution. Okay. And from there, we get the solution. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening with this screen of mine. Yes. Then x is equal to what? 50 degrees. So we get a mark for statement. We get a mark for reason. Then we get a mark for the answer. Simply straightforward, to the point, nothing to it. Okay, as I repeat, the x plus the 40 equal to 90, because the box means 90 degrees. In other words, complementary angles. Okay, so you have to have a statement accompanied by a reason. Then you solve the equation thereafter. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the second question here. What about here? X and 2x. We want the value of x, determine the reasons, the values of the unknown, small letters x. So what would we do here now? How would we go about the next question, guys? How do we solve this? We want the value of x there. So what do we do now for this problem? We see here AB is an arm, BC is an arm. We have a common arm BD. And then we have an angle x, all right? So the angle here is in terms of x. Then we have 2x, that angle is in terms of x. And we are asked to determine the values of the unknown. Okay, so how would we go about it? And remember, we have our famous box, which means 90 degrees. So what is the statement here? How do we approach this one? What are your thoughts? X plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees. What's the reason? Again, we have what, guys, here? Yes, Rele, x plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees. What's the reason for saying x plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees? Comp angles. That means complementary angles. Remember, complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. So x plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees complementary angles. Yeah. So x plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees, guys. That's very important. Then now we can solve for x. So what is x plus 2x? These are like terms. What does x plus 2x give us? Okay, x plus 2x is 3x. Remember, when we add like terms, we keep the variable, we add the coefficients. Okay, let's not forget that. We add the coefficients. Remember, coefficients are the number before the variable. So x here has 1, and this x here has a 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's why you have 3. The x stays that way. So 3x is equal to what? 90 degrees. Then, yes, unknown RSA. Who is this guy? Who is this person? Unknown RSA. Okay, it's like you are everywhere in my lives. Who are you? To reveal yourself. We then divide both sides by 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you changed your name. I was like, who are you? So x is equal to 30 degrees, guys. Okay. Yes, very good. Beautiful. All those that got it. So we get a mark for our statement. We get a mark for our reason. Then we get a mark for the answer, which is basically a byproduct of it's a byproduct of us actually making sure that we manipulate add and subtract like terms correctly, divide by 3 both sides, get an answer. Okay, now we have this question. Okay, now unlike the first two, the angles 135 and y, they lie on a what, guys? What do they lie on? 135 and y lie on a, what do they lie on? What do we call ABC? Line ABC is a straight line. Yes, Mbumi, very good. Mbumi, very good. Good for you. So we can then say what relationship exists between y and 135 degrees. These two angles, they are adjacent. In other words, they are next to each other. The word adjacent means next to each other. They share a common vertex, which is the vertex B. That's where arm BD, arm BC, and arm AB all meet. They meet at B, which is the common vertex. So therefore, we call these angles adjacent angles, and they are also lying on a straight line. So therefore, there's a relationship that exists between y and 135. So we say 1 plus 135 degrees, as you guys have indicated, is equal to 180 degrees. What's the reason? So the reason we would write in brackets next to it is angles on a STR dot line. Angles on a straight line. So angles, the symbol for angles, on, okay, because these two angles are lying on the straight line ABC. On a STR, we write STR for short, we put a dot, and then we write line. So that's the reason, the acceptable reason. Now we are in the position to solve. We take the 135 degrees, we transpose it. So 180 degrees minus 135 degrees. What does 180 minus 135 give us, guys? What's the final answer? What's 180 minus 135? That gives us what? When 80 minus 135 is equal to? Never, not 55, really. Be careful now. Be careful now, dear. Be careful now. Alright? We don't want to be writing the wrong answer. Okay? Our calculator must not fail us. Our mental calculator, even our physical calculator must not fail us. If you know you might potentially write the wrong answer, please use your calculator and ensure that your correct answer is recorded. Okay, so far we've done 3 problems. This one, okay, where x and 40 had a relationship of the box, which is 90 degrees. We say angles that add up to 90 are complementary angles, comp angles. So we write x plus 40 is equal to 90. That's our statement. Comp angles is our reason. We then isolate the x. We take the 40 over to the other side. Ndalo, thank you so much for encouraging the chat to double tap the screen. Really appreciate you. Okay. And if I can just encourage the chat, if they're in the position to, you're more than welcome to send anything that you can send, whether that be a heart me, rose, or anything as big as you possibly can get. Surprise me. I love surprises and I love gifts. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to the question. So we looked at this first question, which had to do with complementary angles. Okay, then our skills of adding and subtracting like terms and solving for an unknown become important after we set up the equation. Look at the second question. The x and the 2x, they add up to 90. The box means 90. So we say x plus 2x is equal to 90 degrees. Comp angles is our reason. We add x and 2x, we get 3x. 90 is on the other side. We divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 3. We get x is equal to 30 because 90 divided by 3 is 30 degrees. The one that we just did, the relationship between y and 135 is that these two angles, they lie on the straight line ABC. They are next to each other. They are adjacent, we say. They have a common vertex, which is this point B, where arm AB, arm BC, and arm BD, they all meet at that point. We call that the common vertex. And they are on either side, the angles of the common arm. So we say y plus 135 gives us what? Not 90 this time round. Y plus 135 gives us 180 degrees. Our reason? Angles on a straight line. Basically, that reason we write next to the statement. Take the 135 over 180 minus 135. We get y is equal to 45. And that is basically that one. Let's move on to the next one that you can see on your screen. 3x plus 40 degrees is one of your angles. So this angle from here to there. Then the one in green, 4x plus 60 degrees, that's from there to here. And then last but not least, we have x, which is from arm BE to where the straight line is. So if you look at these three angles, they are all adjacent to each other. They are next to each other. They share a common what? Common vertex. We call this a vertex. Arm BD, arm BE, arm BC, and arm AB all have or meet at this common vertex. So that means we can then use the relationship that exists between the three angles to find the unknown angle. Okay, so what is our statement then that we write here? What is the statement that we write here? What do we write? Well, we can say 3x plus 40 degrees. Okay, let's start it all over. 3x plus 40 degrees. No, not angles around a point, really. Be very careful. Plus 4x plus 60 degrees. Plus x is equal to 108. Reason: angles on a STR dot line, close bracket. Angles on a straight line. Why are we saying angles on a straight line? Guys, please, x, 4x plus 60 and 3x plus 40 together, from here to there, from there to here, and from there to here, we are completing a straight line ABC. X, 4x plus 60 and 3x plus 40 degrees are lying on the straight line. Why do we say angles on a straight line? Angles on a straight line qualifies if the angles that are concerned lie on the straight line. 1. 2. They share a common vertex. AB, DB, BE, and CB all lead to this vertex, common vertex. 3. The common arm BE is a common arm for angle X and for x plus 60. DB is a common arm for 4x plus 60 and 3x plus 40. Added together, the three angles lying on a straight line, they are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180. So let's be very careful what reason we provide. Angles around a point is something else, really. This one is angles on a straight line. Why? Because all of these angles, they are resting where? Really. All of these angles, x, 4x plus 60, 3x plus 40, they are resting on this line, line AC, line ABC, which is a straight line. 2, they have a common vertex, these angles, right? Look at this arm, BC. What is common about BC, BE, BD, BA? It's this vertex. It's common. So that is why we can say this angle, and that angle added together, because they lie on a straight line and they share a common vertex, we say they equal to 180. Reason? Angles on a straight line. So be very careful, really, when you are unpacking that. I wouldn't want you to be writing the wrong reason under the wrong circumstance. That is very brutal, okay, to yourself and to those that basically would want to hear the truth about that problem from you. Hello? You requested? Okay, people, when you request here, please be ready to sort of like speak. Don't request and flee for the mountains. Now that we have a statement, which by the way is correct 100%, and we have a correct reason according to the exam acceptable reason guideline, which is, I might add, 100% correct. All we now do is we add the like terms. 3x plus 4x plus x. What does that give us? We group the like terms together. What's 3x plus 4x plus x? What does that give me, guys? What does 3x plus 4x plus x give me? Anyone willing to tell me what's 3x plus 4x plus x? Yes, Ndalo. Thank you so much, Ndalo. Ndalo, you are amazing. 8x. Thank you so much. Ndalo, you are phenomenal. You are a star. Thank you so much. Yes. Madanon. 8x. Then we move on to the angles. The numerical angles. Yeah. Yesterday, my goodness. 40 plus 60 plus. So 40 plus 60. Yes, that's 100 degrees. Very good. That is all equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Then we transpose the 100. 180 minus 100. 100 degrees, which is positive, changes from positive to negative. Then that gives us 8x. What's 180 minus 100? That gives you 80. We then divide both sides by 8. That gives us x is equal to 10 degrees. Okay. And one would think this problem is difficult, but it's not. It's so straightforward. It's not even funny. So once we know these relationships, guys, between angles, okay, and then we can write the correct reason, then we can flow very nicely. So far we've answered all 4 questions, and all of them, we know that our answers are 100% correct, without a doubt. We know, I know, you know, we both know that our answers are 100% correct, and no one can challenge us otherwise. We have correct reasons for these first 2, because we know complementary angles add up to 90. We have the correct reason for this one, because we know angles on a straight line add up to 180. And obviously this one as well is angles on a straight line, even though it's 3 angles, but they are still lying on a straight line. They complete, all 3 angles complete from here all the way to there. We complete this straight line ABC. That's why we say equal to 180 angles on a straight line. Then you need to make sure that your equation story is good. Your equation story is good. Okay. Kibela, if you say adjacent angles on a straight line, you're saying the same thing. Okay. The acceptable reason document for reasons that are provided for your respective geometric reasons. Okay, this one features in that document. Okay, and even though of course your reason is 100% correct, it's one and the same thing. Adjacent angle on a straight line and angle on a straight line is one and the same thing. Okay. Okay, maybe you guys can do this one. Homework number 2. Determine with reason the values of the unknown small letters. Look at this first one. How would you, let's see the statement being written by all of you who are here in the live. What would you say for number 1? Let's start with the statement, and then maybe you can follow it up with its accompanying reason. What would you say? We want the value of x. What would we do here? I hate the value. Okay, go Ndalo, go Ndalo, go Ndalo. I love your statement, Ndalo. Very good. Okay. Ndalo, I love your statement. That's what the consequence of the accompanying reason. Let me just go ahead and write what Dalo did. Wrote x plus 45 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. What's the reason? Yeah, hi dark skin Han. What would be the accompanying reason, Dalo? No, this is grade 8. This is grade 8. Grade 8, term 3. They're doing, first started off with stats, now they're doing geometry. So I'm just getting some of them prepped if they haven't started already at their schools so that they can be in the know-how. Reason, Ndalo. Statement is 100% correct, by the way. Very good. Okay. Question then is the reason. What would be the reason? The reason would be angles. Complementary angles. Okay, then we solve. 90 minus 45, you take the 45 degrees, that's positive, you transpose it, becomes a negative there. Therefore, x is equal to what? 45 degrees. We good. That is basically how we would do number 1. Let's look at number 2. Grade 8. How would we do number 2? Determine with reason the values of the unknown small letter. So we have y, we have 60 degrees, and we want the value of y. So what's the relationship that exists between the angles? What's the statement that we would write? Seeing the relationship that we have, this angle and that angle. Thank you, Ntalo. Wow, Ntalo is on fire. This girl is on fire. I wonder what grade is Ntalo in, actually. Are we eating the children's kids, guys, or we eating within the grade? Okay, we have y and we have 60 degrees. Grade 10, Dalo, okay. All right. So y plus 60 degrees is equal to 180. What's our reason? Like Indalo said, angles on a str dot line. We close that bracket. And of course, we solve the equation y is equal to 180 minus 60. So y is equal to 120. Okay, makes sense because if we look at this angle, it is an obtuse angle. If we look at the line and we look at the angle here, that should definitely be an angle that exceeds 90, between 90 and 180. So 120 makes sense if we look at the sketch, the diagram sketch. Okay, so now we are looking at this one. All right, so what do we do with this particular problem, the one that we are actually looking at right now? What would we do with what we have here on the screen? What do we see? A, B, C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So we have A, B, C, guys, there. What do we see? A, B, C. What about A, B, C? A, B, C is a... So what's the relationship between the box 7x plus 50, the 3x minus 10 degrees? Added together, what does that give us? What is the combo that we get there? Okay, what does the box mean? The 7x plus 50, the 3x minus 10. What is that? What is all that actually when you look at it together? (90 degrees) plus 7x plus 50 plus 3x minus 10. Okay, sure you can see that. Let's just rewrite this. Three x minus 10 plus 7x plus 50 plus 90 is equal to 180. Three x minus 10 plus 7x plus 50 plus 90 is equal to 180. What's the reason? Angles on a angle on a straight line. Okay, so I know sometimes because it's a binomial, most people will put brackets around the binomials, which is good because it's a good practice. Whenever you have a binomial angle, which is in essence one angle, then even though the angle consists of two terms, but in order for the two terms to be one, you put it in brackets so that it indicates a singular angle. So 3x minus 10 is a term, you put it in brackets, okay? Just so that you can emphasize that these are individual angles. But it's just that this one is written in terms of x. This one is written in terms of x, okay? Then you can add like terms. 3x plus 7x, what does that give you? 3x plus 7x gives you 10x. Then you have 90 plus 50, which is 140. 140 minus 10, which is 130. That is all equal to 180. So 2x plus 130. Let's just remove this. I feel like it could be written a bit neater. So 2x plus 130 is equal to 180. You isolate the x term. You transpose the numerical term. 130, which is positive, becomes negative 130. 10x is equal to 50 degrees. Let's just remove that. 10x is equal to 50 degrees. Then you divide both sides by 10. X is equal to 5. Sorry about that. X is equal to 5 degrees. Yes, Ndalo is on point. Yes, Ndalo. You know, Moss. You know exactly what should be done. Divide by 10 both sides. You get x is equal to 5 degrees. Okay, are we rolling? You see me rolling to the 18. You see me rolling. I really hope we're rolling. Okay. If you're liking what you're seeing so far, please double tap on the screen and share the live. As I said, guys, if you are in the position of sharing any goodness, whether that be ice cream, roses, you awesomes, anything, you are more than welcome to do so. Yeah. All right. So, guys, I think angles on a straight line and complementary angles is now something that we understand. We know when to use the reason of complementary angles. That's when we have two angles that add up to 90. Then you know when to use angles on a straight line, because we know angles on a straight line are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180. So we know when to use that, and we use the reason angles on a straight line. Now let's look at a concept that we did not look at the last time. The concept of vertically opposite angles. So what does the concept say? If two or more straight lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are equal. The statement, once again, it says, if two or more straight lines do what? Intersect. Guys, this line and that line are two lines intersecting. What does intersecting lines mean? It means they cut and cross and overlap each other. That's what intersecting lines are. Look at these lines. That line, and the horizontal. They are all intersecting. Look at this one. That line, and that line. Those are all intersecting lines. And what we are saying is that if two or more straight lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are what? Are equal. So let's look at which angles are vertically opposite. There at the top, you have O1. At the bottom, you have O3. So the angle O1 and angle O3, we say that they are equal. Why? Because we are saying they are vertically opposite angles. The angle O2 and angle O4, we say they are vertically opposite angles. They are equal. Okay? So 1 and 3, angle O1 and O3 are equal. We say they are vertically opposite angles. Okay? Cross, O1, O3 vertically opposite. O2, O4 vertically opposite. Come here. O2 is vertically opposite with O5. You can see that they've put red dots to indicate that those two angles are equal. Okay. Look at O1 and O4. They are vertically opposite. Look at O3 and O6. There's a star there for both of them to indicate that they are equal. They are vertically opposite angles. And then, of course, this last one here. Okay. O3 and O7, we say they are vertically opposite. O4 and O8, we say they are vertically opposite. Angle O5 and O1, we say they are vertically opposite. And angle O2 and angle O6, we say they are vertically opposite angles. So they have actually listed the angles that are equal, which we refer to as vertically opposite angles, for the different scenarios. Okay. And when we apply the reason, we say vert dot op dot angles. That is the reason whenever we are finding ourselves having to use that. Okay, so let's go and look at an example so that we can be clear about this. The example below shows determine with reasons the value of the unknown small letters. So here we have x at the top, we have x on the left, we have y at the top. Y is vertically opposite to 120. X is vertically opposite to 160. And based on this statement that if two or more straight lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are equal, what can we say is the value of x and what can we say is the value of y? And what would be our reason for each scenario? What is the value of x and the reason? What is the value of y and what is the reason? Ndalo says x is equal to 60. Would you provide a reason for why x is equal to 60? Miss Prosperity Ndalo N. Why is x equal to 60? I agree with you 100% with all of my heart. Why? Yes, Ivile, y is equal to 120. That's very true. The reason, vertically opposite angles. Very good, Ndalo. So there is the reason. Vert, op, angles for short. Yile, you're saying y is equal to 120. What would be the reason? Why is y equal to 120? If I ask for the reason. Yes, vertically opposite angles. So guys, you can see here it is. X is equal to 60. That's the statement. Reason, vert dot op dot angles. Y is equal to 120. Reason, vert dot op angles. Someone else, if they wanted to, they could have said y plus 60 is equal to 180. If you look at, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. That was a massive fall. It's like Humpty Dumpty. It was like the Humpty Dumpty fall. Okay. So if you look at, because there's many various ways with geometry, what I like about geometry is that depending on what you are seeing and what you are looking at, you can get the reason, you can get the answer differently. So if you look at y together with the 60 that has been provided, and you look at the fact that AOB is a straight line, that means y and the 60 degrees are lying on the straight line. And they are sharing a common vertex, which is O. OD, OA, and OB are all arms that connect to that common vertex, which is O. So BOD is a common arm, and 60 and y lie on either side of that common arm. So we can say y plus 60 is equal to 180. Reason, angles on a straight line. Then we solve for y. Y is equal to 180 minus 60, which is 120. That's another way of getting y, instead of using vert op angles. So it all depends on how you're looking at the specific problem. You could hide and look at x and 120 lying on a straight line AB. Same thing. You can say x plus 120 is equal to 180. Reason, angles on a straight line. Then you say x is equal to 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. X is still 60 degrees, just that you used a different method. But vertically opposite angles is the concept we're looking at. So I hope we are starting to think, guys, because our minds in geometry need to be flexible minds. We need to accommodate the whole scope of statements, axioms, and theorems that we have learned, and then apply them accordingly. Let's look at this problem. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. If you look at this diagram, okay, very important to note, A, B, C, D. Then there's a line here, which is OE, and OE joins to the origin, which is O there. Okay, so we have this box. What does the box stand for, guys? What does the box mean again? What is the value there? That box, AOD, angle AOD. What is that box? Yes, it's 90 degrees. Very good. 90 degrees. So the box is 90 degrees. Very good. I'm so proud. I love it. Dalo is prospering there in the comment section like crazy. Yes, it's 90. Okay. So yes, this is 90. Okay. What do you notice about this 90? This 90 is vertically opposite to COB, angle COB. So we can say that angle COB is actually equal to 90 degrees. Angle COB is 90 degrees. Okay. Angle COB is 90 degrees. Angle COB is 90 degrees. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, I hope that makes sense, guys. Angle COB is 90 degrees. Okay, so if angle COB is 90, why is angle COB equal to 90? It's because of vert op angles. Okay, this angle, the 90, is equal to 90 like that. Okay, then we come down to this space. We can go ahead now and say what? We can say 2x plus 45 degrees plus 3x minus 45 degrees is equal to 90. Now, if you want to provide the reason for saying so, you can say comb angles. Why are we saying comb angles? 2x plus 45 plus 3x minus 5 degrees is equal to 90 degrees, comb angles. So if we are moving from saying angle COB is equal to 90 vert op angles, and then now we go ahead and we say 2x plus 45 plus 3x minus 45 is equal to 90 degrees comb angles, that's fine. Someone else could have wanted to shortcut this and say directly 2x plus 45 plus 3x minus 45, which is this entire angle. Okay, because the combination of these two gives you this entire angle. And we can say it's equal to 90 directly, reason, vert op angles. Someone could have decided if they wanted to start off that way. Right, I want you to follow along here with me. Someone else could have decided to say 2x plus 45 degrees plus 3x minus 5 degrees is equal to 90 from the get-go. Then the reason, vert op angles. Why? Because they are looking at this entire angle, everything together, and they can see that this entire angle is equal to that 90 degrees because these are vertically opposite angles. Then they go ahead and solve this question. Now remember, guys, that 2x plus 45 and 3x minus 5 degrees are all angles that we put in brackets. Yes, Ivile, comb angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. Remember the concept there. Let's just go back to, I just want to sort of like make the point clear here. It was made when we did the previous lesson from last week. The previous lesson that we did in grade 8. Actually, no, it was not last week. Yes, it was last week because Sunday is the first day of the week. So yes, it was last week. In the weekend, we learned that complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Okay, so x plus y, this x and this y equal to 90 degrees. That's comb angles. Then we said supplementary angles add up to 180. So x plus y lying on the straight line, we say is equal to 180, and we use angles on a straight line for short to basically accommodate that and the reason for why. We don't write sub-angles, we write angles on a straight line to emphasize the point that the two angles, when we add them together, give us 180. Okay? Okay, are we together? Ivile, I think we are good, Moss. Ivile, uvile. Ivile, uvile. I hope uvile, ivile. Following your name, of course. The one that hears. The one that listens. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave to show his servants what must soon take place, he made it known by sending his angel to his servant John, who testifies to everything he saw. That is the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. Blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of this prophecy, and blessed is the one who hears, meaning blessed is the one, ovileo, blessed is the one who hears and takes to heart what is written in it, for the time is near. All right. Anyways, ivile, I hope uvile. Right. Revelation recitations. Okay, let's go back. Let's come here then. Back to where we left. All right. So depending on who's doing the problem, one learner may decide if they want. One learner may decide to say angle COB is equal to 90 degrees and then say vertically opposite angles. Then, because they know that this is 90 now, they decide now to say 2x plus 45 plus 3x minus 45, which are these two angles, is equal to 90 degrees. Reason, comp angles. Then they solve for x. Or another learner may decide to go straight ahead and say 2x plus 45 degrees, which is this angle, plus 3x minus 5 degrees, which is that angle, is equal to 90. Why? Because this entire angle, these two angles together, are equal to 90 reason vert op angles. These two angles, the sum of them, added together, are vertically opposite to this 90. So we say they are equal to 90, the reason vert op angles. Then we can solve for x. Add like terms. 2x plus 3x. What's 2x plus 3x, guys? What's 2x plus 3x? 5x, right? No, you wouldn't. Angle CO, if you said angle COB is equal to no. XYZ Cartier. Okay, if you're a South African student, please, angle COB, if you say angle COB is equals to complementary, no. You must indicate the numerical value of the angle. Because remember, you are in the process of doing what? You're in the process of solving. Okay, so please, you must say equal to 90. Okay, and your reason then. COB is equal to 90. All right, vertically opposite angles, because the 90 is vertically opposite to this 90. Please don't, you can't say COB is equal to complementary. No, guys, no. Okay, we need a statement and a reason, but the statement must be laced with a expression equated to a numerical value so that we can work it out. So addition of like terms 2x plus 3x, 5x. What's 45 minus, because this is a minus, remember the positive times and it gives you a negative, so what's 45 minus 5? That gives you 40. So we have 5x plus 40 degrees equal to 90. 5x is equal to 90 degrees minus 40. 5x is equal to 50 degrees. You divide both sides, grade 8s, by 5. you get x is equal to 10. W, thank you so much for the first rose in this live ever. Who is this man? Who is this person? Rose, thank you so much. Wanga, thank you so much. Yo, Wanga, thank you. You are kind. Appreciate you. Thank you for the rose. First gift of the live. Thank you so much. What's 50 divided by 5? My heart of gratitude goes out to you, Wanga. Thank you. I appreciate you. Can you cheer the gift? I really appreciate it. So x is equal to 10, guys. X is equal to 10. So you can see what they did there. X is equal to 10. Okay, so here is the sort of like logical reasoning. If you look at it from the stance of straightforward 2x plus 45 plus 3x minus 5 degrees, okay, is equal to 90. Grade 8, guys. Let's say this is grade 8, but for grade 10s, this would be foundational work for them, which you would have done in term 2. Okay, remember all grades, grade 10, 11, and 12, and 9, need to know this fundamental basics on vertically opposite angles, complementary angles, angles on a straight line, supplementary angles. You need to know those basics, because without them, geometry becomes a pain. Okay. All right, grade 8, grade 9. Yes, if you're in grade 9, this is relevant to you. If you're in grade 10, it's relevant to you. Okay, but I'm specifically catering this for grade 8s because they are first time being exposed to the idea of this, you know. Okay, let's look at example 3. We want x. So what do we see there, guys? We want the value of x. What do we see? Okay, let's see if we can see the vertically opposite angles. Look, this line intersecting with that line. Where are the vertically opposite angles? 120 is vertically opposite to x plus 60. No, Wanga, this is not angles around a point. Okay, because remember, we don't have this angle. We don't know this angle and we don't have that angle. So it's dangerous to think of vertically opposite angles. Rather, we have vertically opposite angles. Okay, remember we are looking at the concept of vertically opposite angle. So AB and CD are two intersecting lines. So the angles that are vertically opposite is this blue angle, all of it, the x and the 60. So in other words, we could say x plus 60 degrees is equal to what? 120, because this is the angle 120 is vertically opposite to x plus 60. Then what would be the reason? Vert op angles. Vert dot op dot angles. Then let's solve for x. X is equal to 120 degrees minus 60. So x is equal to what? 60 degrees. Does that make sense? So that is how basically you would get to your answer. Okay. No angles around a point. None of that nonsense. See what two you are saying, do you do grade 10 functions? Yes, I do grade 10 functions. I've been doing grade 10 functions, not on the live. Okay. Guys, I run private lessons, so I have a grade 10 group that I'm doing the lessons with. In fact, I've been doing trig functions for the past few weeks with that group. Now I'm actually gonna put down trig functions. We're gonna go into your application of trigonometry for two-dimensional shape. So you can see there it is there, guys. Statement x plus 60 is equal to 120. Reason vert dot op dot angles, and we solve for x, and we can have that happening. Ndalo and prosperity, Yeah, it's not for free, right? I meet with the group on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So for instance, and it's at 9 p.m. So for instance, I'm having a session with the kids later on today at 9. In fact, in an hour's time. I guess it's private. Uh, yeah, just DM me if you really like super duper interested. If you're in grade 10, since it's the beginning of the month, at least it's 2 days in the month, right? It's we are on the second day of the month, and today is literally the first lesson of the month that I'll be having with that group. So yeah, you can definitely be part and parcel for that. You're not late for it, but as I said, it is fee based. Yeah, think about it. That's how many lessons a week. And then in conjunction with that, you are also welcome to ask for personal assistance apart from those days. So the fee just accommodates everything else. And if like there's challenges you might find you have during the week with anything, you're more than welcome to message me as a paying member, and then I can actually make sure that I attend to you whenever the need arises. Okay? Yeah. So please DM me if you're interested in that. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah. Determine with reason the values of the unknown small letters. Also, if you have grade 8 learners, guys, if you are grade 8 learners, grade 8, grade 9 learners, the lessons I do them on MS Teams, Microsoft Teams, ne? Yeah, it's Microsoft Teams. Dalo, you're saying I do online classes only. What? Are you within close proximity that I could meet with you physically? Because it seems like you are definitely asking about physical meetups to actually cover concepts. Do I do that? Is that what you're asking? Because you're saying only. All right. Determine with reasons the values of the unknown small letters. You guys should be able to answer these ones. Easy. Number one. Yeah, physical classes. Thing is, are you and I within close proximity for physical classes to be happening? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. So I think when you DM me, you just have to let me know as far as like locality. Don't type it. Nah. So we are far away from each other, Ndalo. Very far away from each other. Yeah, very far away from each other. So it will have to definitely be online. Unfortunately or fortunately. But Tembisa is a hopeful place, eh? Tim, determine the reason the values of the unknown small letters, guys. So what would be y? Let's look at number one. What would be the y value? Please give me the value and give me the accompanying reason. Don't just write the answer. Y is equal to what? Number one. What is the reason as well? Give me the answer with the accompanying reason. Determine with the reasons the values of the unknown small letters. What is the value of y? Thank you so much, Katie Boone, for sharing the live. And guys, if we can do more, as in like if we can share the live with everyone who we think we would need the live, if we can also gift if we can, or whatever, that would be great. xyz.cartier is like, I know you might teach maths, but is it possible that you can do natural science? I wonder, why do you want me to be someone that does natural science as well? Cartier, what grade are you in? Are you grade 8 or 9? Seems like you're in grade 9. Someone who's asking about help with natural science would be in grade 9, I think. Yes, Sihle, very good. Oh, Katia, thank you so much. Okay. Okay. All right. I predominantly help with maths, guys, not science, to be honest. So let's say you are in grade 9 and you are in a GEC school. You would like me to actually start doing lessons with you as well this month. You can also DM me because I actually am looking to have a group. Okay, last year with the grade 9s, I actually did GEC with them, some of you, but I was doing it here on TikTok. But now I want to have a group. That group, I will be able to assist and help during the GEC phase, which is this month. September, but it's a paying, obviously, guys. It's not for free. So DM me if you're interested in that. And then also, we can prep you guys to actually do pure maths next year. So, yeah, if you want to do pure maths and you want to do very well in pure maths, and I mean score 90% and above, change your complete maths outlook, then please DM me if you're interested in something like that. We can make it happen. Maybe you've always dreamed of it, but it's not materializing. I think we can definitely make it work. Okay, we can turn around the situations. We can turn around dinto. Okay, we can change them around. So yes, guys, why this y, okay, this AB and CD are intersecting lines. So y and 140 are vertically opposite angles. So that means y is equal to 144 degrees. Reason: vert op angles. Vert op angles. Y is equal to 144 degrees. Okay, we don't mess around. Y is equal to 144 degrees because this angle is equal to that one. Intersecting lines have vertically opposite angles that are equal. Here we want x and y. We want x and y. So depending on what you're looking at and how you look at it, there's many ways to find x or y, all right? Depending on what you are seeing and what you are looking at. So if I was to ask, what is the relationship between y minus 20 and 50? This angle and that angle. What relationship exists between these two angles? Okay, so I'm sure you can see the two intersecting lines, right? Two intersecting lines. There's no ways that y will be 30. No ways. Evil. Be very careful there. No ways. Yes, it's very good. Okay, they are equal. Y minus 20 and 50 are equal. Okay, then Bendulo, I love how you are looking at x and 50. You are looking at the relationship of x and 50 and you are seeing angles on a straight line. Beautiful. So Bendulo is following his answer. I mean his name. He's answering questions. Why? So this x and this 50 together, all right, have a relationship of angles on a straight line. If you put this line here, CD, line CD, who lies on line CD? It's x and 50. Do they complete that line? Yes. X starts from the other side of CD, okay, and goes all the way to A to B, A, that line. Then 50 degrees picks it up from AB all the way to CD, you see? So basically, x and 50 are angles that lie on a straight line. So you can add them together and say those are angles on a straight line, x plus 50. So very good in Bendulo, 100%. So many ways of looking at this thing. Okay, so let's just look at the thing that people said about vertically opposite angles with these angles. So we can say y minus 20, right? Y minus 20 degrees is equal to 50. Reason: vert op angles. Statement: 100%. Reason: 100%. Then we solve for y. What is the value of y? We isolate y. We take the 20, which is negative. When the negative 20 crosses over, what happens to him? Nothing magical. the sign changes. So y is equal to 70 degrees. Third mark. Statement, reason, answer. Then for x, as Sihle said, as Tasha said, okay, so Sihle and Tasha, thank you so much. As Sihle said, as Tasha said, okay, 50 plus x is equal to 10. Hey, Sihle, I don't think so. 50 plus x is equal to 180. Very good. X plus 70 is equal to 180. Not so sure about that. XYZ cut here. X plus 70, where does the 70 come from? Okay, let's be careful there. Right? We don't want to be doing things that are not there. Yes, I can see that it was a mistake, Sihle. I could see that. X plus 50 is equal to 180. Why are we saying x plus 50 is equal to 180? Okay, this relationship, angles that lie on a straight line, angles on a STR dot lie, close brackets. No problem, XYZ Cartier, at least you saw your mistake, no problem. We make mistakes, we learn, we grow. That's what's important. Take the 50 over, positive 50, we transpose it. What's 180 minus 50? What is the value of x, guys? So y is 70. What is the value of x? Value of x is? Yes, Ivile. 180. Okay. Statement, reason, answer. Okay. Now we are chowing the marks, guys. Collecting every single mark there is to be collected. Okay. Collecting every single mark there is to be collected. We are mark collectors. Mark collectors. Mark collectors. Do you do free online classes for grading here on TikTok? Yes, here on TikTok I do, obviously. But if you want consistent online mentorship, assistance, grade 10s this term, you guys are writing 2 control tests. All right, so what you want to do is to make sure that your content knowledge for this term, together with your practice skills, are on next level, so that you can get 100% if possible for term 3. Then you can wrap it up with the end of the year mark by making sure you get 100% for final end of year as well. Do I do physics? No, Sihle, I don't. Unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, because other people are doing maths and physics. So I have friends that do both, and I can refer you to them. There's a Mr. TK that's online that does maths and physics, but he also does private free classes, maths and physics. He's way better than I am, so I can always refer you to him. Or Simon, Science Simon, or Simon Science. Okay, he's got the MMS tutoring group, and he basically does both maths and physics. So I don't do both, I do just one. So, but I have mates that I can refer you to, and I can tell you, I can rest assured they will do very good with you. Okay, they also do TikTok live sometimes, and they are very good, very brilliant. They've got a heart for dates, so I can always refer you to them if you need physics assistance in conjunction with maths. Maybe that package deal will be of benefit to you. But me, I'm just a maths person. So grade 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, on this TikTok space, grade 8, 9, 10, 11. Sometimes 12, but I allow 12s to be assisted by their teachers at school, because 12 is crunch time here. I don't want to really interfere that much with grade 12. Basics are enough for me to teach, and then I'll leave it to the pros at school to actually cater for grade 12. Okay, number 3. Look at this one. We want x and y. Okay. Mr. TK. Mr. TK has a blue. The profile picture is a blue account. It's blue background. Mr. TK. Just search for Mr. TK. You'll see he's got math and science content. He loves he loves having his face on his videos, and he loves giving advice on how to improve math and science. Science Tutor Simon. Yes, Dalo and Prosperity. That's the one. Science Tutor Simon. Those are the guys. Those are my dear friends while in this space. I respect and love them. They're making a big difference in the lives of kids in maths and science in the country. So I endorse them. I endorse them big time. Okay. I know people have their goats when it comes to maths and science, but they are my goats, those guys, both of them. Very passionate. They love what they're doing and they're making a big difference. Okay, anyways, let's look at this one. This whole entire angle is 50, all of it. All right. So if you look at CD, okay, and AB, okay, yeah, hopefully you can see that. All right. Yeah, the entire angle is 50. So that means this angle is vertically opposite to that. But here's something else to note. If you look at the blue, this line and that line, okay, please take note where the blues are. The blue is here for this, the blue is here for that. So if that is 26, that means the value of who, guys, is also 26. X, Y, vertically opposite angles. Do you see that, guys? Do you understand that? Hey, guys, do you see that? Now you see, this is what helps to understand vertically opposite angles. Angles, vertically opposite angles. If two lines intersect each other, the vertically opposite angles are equal. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 26 degrees. Reason, vert op angles. Are we together, guys? 26. Then you update your diagram. Once you get something, you can update your diagram. Now, y, which is here, which is this angle, plus this 26 gives you 50. So you can say y plus 26 degrees is equal to 50. That does not need a reason. That does not need a reason. Okay? There's no reason needed there. That is just the addition of two small angles that make up a whole, which is 50 degrees. Does that make sense? So there's no like specific reason, all right, that needs to be provided for that. It's logical. It is sensible. It is what it is, all right? So if you guys are like, but sir, won't I get penalized for a reason? No, not even. The total angle here is equal to the parts V and X. Okay, was that V? Let me just, sorry, I think I missed. Oh, it's V, not Y. Okay, sorry guys. So let's write the appropriate letter. V plus 26 degrees. Mbendulo always has the answers. Man, if they call you Mbendulo, then you must know you have all the answers in the world. Okay, so I don't understand why Mbendulo said V is equal to 24 and says don't know the reason. Mbendulo, you're supposed to have all the answers, what shouldn't you? You're the one who has the answers. Eh? Then don't be afraid that you don't have a reason. This is just logic. Okay, V plus 26 is equal to 50. If this is 26, I mean, it goes without saying, guys. If that is 20, if a part is equal to 26 and the other part you don't know, you can just say V plus X is equal to 50 degrees. I'm wrong if I can say the reason is given. That's beautiful as well. Put Vince Wamangwal. That is fine as well. Okay. But even if you didn't have a reason, guys, you would absolutely not be wrong. Mbendul,
Yes, sir.
are you well, Mbendul?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are well. Yeah, what's happening? You just woke up, Mbendul.
I was preparing for bed.
You're
I was
preparing for
already
bed.
I was already falling asleep.
You're ready? What?
I was already falling asleep, and then I saw that you were in.
Oh, you're already falling asleep, but your love for maths woke you up. Okay, Bendulo, what grade are you in, my guy?
Grade 10.
Grade 10. Oh, okay. So that's why this thing for you is peanuts.
Mm.
I was wondering why are you flowing so nicely. I thought Mbendulo you have all the answers because your name is answer.
Yeah.
Your name means answer. Mbendulo, for those who don't know, means answer. So I thought you have all the answers.
Network.
Okay. No man, I just wanted to say hi. Otherwise, there was nothing, my guy. You can resume with what you were doing. Sharp, sharp, ne? Okay.
Sure.
No, I just wanted to say hi there, but it was no problem. I was in the hub and pressed tabs by mistake, and so I low key nah on your voice by mistake. Maybe though. What in the world? I was in the hub. What in the hub? What's that? What is this, guys? I don't understand this. Can someone interpret? Someone who has the gift of interpretation of tongues. I have no clue what this my friend here is saying. So any interpreters in the house can please kindly help. Okay. Okay, let's go, guys. Here's another one. What's the value of x? My people. And provide reason. Determine the reason, the values of the unknown small letters. Come on, guys, let's go. It should be straightforward for you all. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Guy, am I trusting you guys too much? Eh, Ndalo, ivile, sihle, masukuti. Phofu wena ivile, you should know everything when you are here eating the children's food. Sihle, masukuti, mbendulo. Put Vince Wamangwan. Salvation is saying, hey, salvation. Ah, hey, Kisande, Kisande, salvation. Salvation is saying 35 degrees. Sihle is adding the reason. Vet of angles. Yes, for short, guys. Vet of angles. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go up. These are vertically opposite angles. Next. We want x, we want y, we want z, we want x. So, haha, this one. Look at this line. Ne? And then look at this line. What do you see? This angle and this angle. Everything must be logical here, guys. Before, we can't just write answers just like that. We need to, there must be a logical flow. So for instance, salvation is saying y is equal to 30. The question is, if salvation is just going to say y is equal to 30, where does that come from? That's the $1,000,000 question, you see? So someone else who's watching is like, where does the 30 come from, salvation? So obviously salvation did something that helped him to see that y is equal to 30. But to just simply say y is equal to 30 is not good enough. It has no foundation. There is nothing that actually has laid the foundation to that answer. Yeah, well, it's something that, because the thing is, when you write answers, they must have, we must see where the thing is coming from. Yeah, well, geometry needs a lot of logic, but it must be developed. Okay, yeah. Yeah. If salvation is saying y is equal to, like literally salvation, if you're saying y is equal to 30, and then you say angles on a straight line, no, never. Y is equal to 30. Salvation. There's something else that you got before you said what you said. So I would understand if salvation was saying to me, Z. Salvation, it would make more sense if you said Z plus 150. What is this? What's happening here? It would make sense if salvation was saying, oh, I think my battery is done, finished. That's why. Okay. There has to be something done before you say that salvation. When you know very well, okay, you know very well, you should be saying something else before that. Okay, let me look. Sihle said y plus 150. Very good. That makes sense. Y plus 150. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Okay? Y plus 150 is equal to 180. That's fine. Okay, y plus 150 is equal to 180. That's fine. And angles on a straight line, that's 100% fine. Then you get your value of y, which is what? 30 degrees. Okay, that's beautiful. All right, I guess it's because salvation didn't write the reason initially. Salvation says y is equal to 30, angles on a straight line. That's fine as well. Very good. Okay, please, guys, whenever you write your statements, accompany it with your reason. Okay. Otherwise, no problem. We have y. Y is 30. Reason angles on a straight line. That's fine. Y plus 150 is equal to 180. Reason angles on a straight line. So our y value is 30. That's fine. Then remember, whenever you get something, you fill in. Please update your diagram. The minute you get a value, update your diagram so that when you look at your diagram again, you can apply the knowledge that you have to the diagram and then get the other answers, you see. So if that y is 30, it has a relationship with the z. What is y and z? Those angles are? Please, guys, what's the relationship between y and z? Just someone in the comment section, let me know. What's the relationship between y and z? I know that you guys would approach it in different ways, but what's the relationship between this y and this z? Anyone in the comment section can let me know what's the relationship between this y and the z? Yes, xyz. xyz criteria. How funny. There's an x, there's an y, there's a z for xyz criteria. So x, the y, and the z are vertically opposite. Very good. So if you found that y, it is 30, then that means z is also equals to 30. Reason, vert, op angles. So now you have a 30 here, you have a 30 here. Now you want the x. So how are we going to get x? Yes, put Vince Wamangwalo. Put Vince Wamangwalo. The y, which is 30, plus the x plus the 2x is equal to 180 angles on a straight line. Very good. Or you can look at it this way. The 30 for z, or you can look at the straight line from this perspective. You can look at the straight line from that perspective. It's up to you. You see, you can look at the straight line from that perspective. Line CD. Y plus x plus 2x. You know y is 30 already. Or you can look at the straight line from this perspective. X plus 2x plus the 30. You see, either way, you will get the answer. Ankir, yes, put Vince. 30 plus 3x is equal to 180. Go further. Go deeper, put Vince. Go deeper. Go deeper, put Vince. What's the reason? And solve it, put Vince. So, what's the value of x, guys? We got y is 30, we got z is 30. What's the value of x? Yes, put Vince. 3x is equal to 150. You take the 30 over to the other side. 180 minus 30 is 150. So 3x is equal to 150. What's the final answer, put Vince? I know, for instance, Nomvelo Lombambo already said x is equal to 50. But I just want to get the confirmation. So what's the value of x? Yes, Mpendulo. You could get y like that. 150 plus y is equal to 180 angles on a straight line in the comment section. Very good, Mpendulo. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Okay. I think I'm going to hold it right there. Okay, must I just finish it off with angles around a point? Yeah, let's look at the concept of angles around a point, and then I think we can call it a night after looking at angles around a point. So far we've looked at complementary angles. We've looked at angles on a straight line, which has to do with supplementary angles, angles that add up to 180. We've looked at vertically opposite angles. I think the concept now must be clear for all of you about vertically opposite angles, guys. Surely now. But at this point, you should all be clear about vertically opposite angles. Now let's look at angles around a point. Okay, angles around a point, what's that? Angles around a point means a revolution. Angles around a point add up to 360. Angles around a point add up to 360. So look at y, that angle, and look at x. From here back to there. This is y, the smaller angle. X is the big angle. Okay, x is a reflex angle. So if you take x and y and you add them together, as it says here, you get 360. Why? Because these two angles together complete a revolution. In other words, a circle. They are around a point. Okay, they are adjacent angles. So y and x are next to each other. They are around a point. The point we are talking about is the vertex. They are around the whole way through. That's why we say equal to 360 when we add them. There again, this line, that line, that line. Look at angle y, look at angle x, and look at angle z. They are all angles next to each other, sharing a common vertex, but they go around in a circle from y to x to z back to y. Do you see that? So that's a circle, angles around a point, that's a revolution. X plus y plus z is 360 degrees. Then lastly, look at this. That line, that line, that line, that line. Those are angles around a point. Okay? Angles around a point. Now, can I ask this question? This question to me is a very interesting one. In this diagram, do you guys see any vertically opposite angles? In this diagram, this one. Are there any two angles that are vertically opposite? If there are, please tell me what they are in the comment section. In this diagram, do you see any vertically opposite angles? If there are, let me know in the comment section. If they are not, you can say no. So put Vince Wamangwalo is saying no, there are no vertically opposite angles. I wonder if he is correct. XYZ.Cartier is saying there are no vertically opposite angles. I wonder if correct. What does everybody else have to say? I want you guys to identify two vertically opposite angles. Okay, 3 no's. when you have three no's in American Idol, a contestant does not go through if there are three no's. Okay. Whether it's Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent, if there are three no's, it's an absolute no. Guys, I'm very happy to see this. There are no vertically opposite angles that exist here. Thank you so much for saying that. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. Vertically opposite angles. If two or more straight, the lines must be straight. Lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so here, this line, you see, it's not straight. Look at this one. You see? Yeah, you see? So that's why Z is not a vertically opposite angle to X. No, they are not equal, those two angles. W is not a vertically opposite angle to Y. So the lines must be straight and they must intersect. Then we can say they would be vertically opposite angle. But here, since the lines, okay, we can't say so. Make sense? Let us answer there. Determine with reasons the values of the unknown small letters. Example 1. What's the value of X? X is this angle. 45 is that angle. We want the value of X. What is the value of X? Giving a reason. Value of X, my people. What is the value of X? Giving a reason. Aya is saying X is 360. Aya? Aya? No, Aya. No, my dear, no. Aya man, nah. Evil is saying 360 minus 45. Angle around a point. XYZ Cartier is saying X is equal to 315. Okay, so I think if we take Evile and XYZ Cartier's responses and combine them, X is equal to 360 minus 45. Of course, we can say X plus Y. In other words, X plus 45 is equal to 360. X plus 45 degrees is equal to 360. Reason? Angles around A, PT. Angles around APT. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So we say this X plus this 45 degrees is equal to 360. Okay, these two angles around this point. Okay, does it make sense, guys? So X plus 45 is equal to 360. Then we can say angles around a point. Statement, 1 mark. Reason, another mark. We then solve. X is equal to 360 minus 45. So X is equal to 315. Grade 10s will know that when they sketch a tan graph, grade 10s will know when they sketch a tan graph. Why is 360 is not 180? Lena, who's Lena? Lena, you did you just join? Lina Fana, you just joined in it, didn't you? Okay. We just learned that angles around a point add up to 360. When you want to say 180, Lina. Okay. Let's go to 180. Adjacent angles on a straight line. Adjacent angles on a straight line are supplementary. So if you look at A, B, C, this is a straight line. Y and X, okay? Y and X are adjacent angles. They lie on a straight line, okay? So it is important to be able to identify adjacent angles. For you to say X plus Y is equal to 180, it is important to be able to identify adjacent angles, first and foremost. Then two, the adjacent angles have to share a common vertex. So here, this ABC is a straight line, and there's the B, which is a common vertex. Why do we call it a common vertex? Arm AB, arm DB, and arm CB all meet at B. They have to share a common vertex and lie on either side of the same arm. So this arm is common to both this angle X, and this angle Y. All right. So therefore, we say X plus Y is 180 angles on a straight line. So 180 is for angles on a straight line. We say angles on a straight line are supplementary, meaning they add up to 180. Lina. So now the situation that you have at hand is angles around a point. Look at that. The angles around a point add up to 360, Lina. So this Y and this X, they add to 360. This Y, X, Z, you can complete a full circle there. Okay, you complete a full circle there. Are you with me, Lina? Y, from Y to X, back to Z. You see, that's a circle. Full revolution. Look at this one. From Z to Y to X to W, full circle. So here, if you look at this diagram, 45 degrees, all right? Then the entirety of X back to where 45 degrees started for this angle. So this is a full circle as well. So we say X plus 45 degrees. We can't say 180 for this. We say 360. And what is our reason? Angles around a point. Lina, one tlhaloganya, one understand, one feel. Lina, Lina pina, Lina pina, Lina, Lina, Lina. Oh, I understand now. All right. I can almost see your face. Oh, I understand now. Okay. All right. Hopefully everybody is like, oh, we all understand now. Oh, we understand truly. All right. I hope you do. Okay, there we have it, guys. You see, 315 degrees. Okay, let's look at another diagram. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Okay, here's another one. We want a Z. Okay, what do you want? Z. What do you want? Z. What do you want? Z. What are you given? So what you want is in the background of what you are given. What are you given? $110. And who else? $210. And who else? Z. The question is, do they complete a full circle, these angles, including the one that you are not given, which is Z? If you look at Z, it's this portion. Plus 110, that's that portion. Plus 210 goes back to where Z started. So does this complete a full circle? In other words, does it complete a full revolution? Are these adjacent angles completing a full revolution? The minute you say they do, then it means you can then add the three angles and say equal to 360. Reason? Angles around a point. So XYZ Cartier, you are making me smile. Very good. 110 plus Z plus 210 is equal to 360. Reason? Angles around a point. Then you transpose. Yes, Zelen. Prelen Marman. Prelen Marman. You transpose everything. You take the 210, changes from positive to negative. Take the 110, changes from positive to negative. So you have 360 minus 210 minus 110, which gives you what, guys? What's 360 minus 210 minus 110? You guys are doing very well in the comment section. I'm so happy. Hopefully everyone else is following. Okay. You maths. You maths. Jenny's like, you maths. No, no, no. I'm not maths. I'm just someone who does maths. I actually don't, Sondelan. Okay. But maybe if you DM me, then I can find out and then I can get back to you. At least I'll know you DM me. For what grade? Technical science, what grade? Technical science 40. Yes, Z is equal to 40. Preland, very good. Preland. Salvation as well. Doing the most. Okay. Salvation and Preland. Final answer Z is equal to 40. Okay. Because 210 plus 110 gives you 320. 320 plus what gives you 360? That means Z is 40. It's as simple as that. But you need to do the statement, reason, calculation, answer. 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 Reason, calculation, answer. Statement, reason, calculation, answer. Statement, reason, calculation, answer. Statement, reason, calculation, answer. Statement, reason, calculation, answer. Okay, reason, calculation, answer. Statement, reason, calculation, answer. Very important. Statement, Z plus 110 plus 210 is equal to 360. Reason, angles around a point. Calculation, transposing all the like terms to the right hand side. Sign change. Answer, x is equal, z is equal to 40 degrees. You see? Statement, reason, calculation, answer. Statement, reason, calculation, answer. There. So good job to all of you. Okay, let's go up. Let's do this one. We want y, we want x. Let's see. Yes, Ndalo. Grade 8 and 9. But remember, as I said, this is basics relevant to grade what? Grade 8. 9, 10, 11. XYZ continuable. Nice job. I love your reason. Um, Prelin Marman. Isosceles triangle doesn't really explain. That's not the reason. Okay, that would not be the correct reason. Okay, so be careful there. Okay, so be careful there. Yeah. So I love the fact that someone said they looked at this as they saw a triangle. Okay, and I like the fact that someone said sum of angles in triangle, because that's one of the acceptable reasons you can use. Or you could say that's one of the acceptable reasons. Or you could say angle sum in triangle. Or you could say interior angle of triangle. So any one of these three is fine. But to say isosceles triangle, that reason doesn't hold. Okay. So of course, x plus 60 plus 70 is equal to 180 degrees. Sum of angles in a triangle, 100%. Good. All right. Then you get an answer for x, which is, that's 50, right? Because 180 minus 130, that gives you 50 degrees. So this will be 50. And after you have that, what do you then do? You can see that there's a relationship. This x, which is 50, plus this x, plus 120, plus 50, gives you back, plus the 35 brings you back to the where you started with the 50 degrees. So that is a full circle. So what do we know about a full revolution, full circle? Those are angles around a what, guys? That point, that common vertex. Those angles are around that point, completing a full circle. If it completes a full circle and you have all the angles except one, then it means you can solve for the unknown. Okay, makes sense? Guys, I hope it makes sense. So this is a 2-in-1 problem. You first what? You first find the value of x. How? Using the triangle. Very important. Thank you so much, Putvince, for the gift. That's the second gift in this live. Like literally 2 gifts, I think, for the past few minutes. So thank you so much. Okay. So please, guys, 2-in-1. All right. This diagram here, or this problem, requires you to first check what do you want, x and y. The question is, which one can you first find? Can you find y? Well, I can tell you this one thing: you can't find y, because if you look at this line and that one, okay, there's no vertically opposite angles. So there's no relationship of angles that you can use with y and these angles that will get you y. But what about x? Can you find x? Yes, because x is contained within a triangle OED. What do you have in that triangle? You have 60 degrees. What else do you have in that triangle? You have 70 degrees. What else do you have? Well, you have x, but you want x. So there is 3 angles, but one is missing. So what can you do? Well, you can find the angle x by using the 2 angles that you already have. So what do you know about the angles of a triangle? There's something that you know about the sum of angles in a triangle. What do you know? You know that the sum of the angles of a triangle are equal to 180. In other words, the angles of a triangle are supplementary. So 60 plus 70 plus x, 60 plus 70 plus the x equals to 180. What's the reason? Sum of angles of triangle. Okay. Or you could say, if you want, as a reason, interior, EINT, interior angles, triangle. Or you could say angle sum in triangle. Any of these 3 is an acceptable reason that you could use. If you don't use sum of angles of a triangle, you could use interior angles, triangle, you could say angle sum in triangle. So there is x plus 60 plus 70 is equal to 180. Take the 60 plus 70, it's 130. You transpose it, 180 minus 130 gives you 50. So guys, do you understand where we got the 50 from? Where does the 50 come from? You get an answer, you update your diagram. Once you get to the x is equal to 50, we can give you the marks. Statement, 100%. Reason, very nice. Calculation, answer, very nice. Now that we have x, we update then the knowledge that x is 50. Then when we re-look at the diagram, now we are looking at it in light of y, 50 degrees, 35, 55, and 120. So what do we do now? We say, well, 50, y, 120, 55, and 35 are all angles, but they are around this point. 50 from here to there. From here to there. 120 from here to there. 55 where to there. 35 from there to here. What does that form? A full circle revolution with one missing letter or one missing angle, which is y. So what I can do then is I can say y plus 120 plus 55 plus 35 plus 50 plus, equal to 360. Do you see that? Are we tlhaloganyeng, guys? Are we good? There's your reason. Angles around a point. Okay. Statement, 1 mark. Reason, another. Teshi, what's up? You requested.
That was a Imetserabale trade bar.
Grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12. But it's basics for grade 8. So it's grade 8 specifically. But it's relevant for your grade 8, 9, 10, 11 because it's basics.
Oh.
Any further questions, Teshi? What grade are you in, Teshi? I have a question for you. What grade are you in?
Grade 9.
And so you're doing maths. Oh, nice. Are you going to do pure maths next year, Teshi? Are you sure?
What?
Yeah, paseka po.
Yeah,
paseka po.
Iyazameka.
Mayingazameki, kufuneka ipaseke mntanam.
Kaloku lo miss usifundisayo thina.
Lo miss usifundisayo thina. Oh, it's always the miss usifundisayo.
Phofu nalo miss unifundisayo.
Utheni?
Yo, andiyazi ngamcebisa njani baza utheni. Otherwise yena if like iyafundisa xa iyakwazi aphelozele.
Hi, man.
Serious.
These kids. No, these kids are too much. You guys are too much. You my 1,000 people. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. Oh, okay. I know. I hear you, Teshi. So, anyways, yeah, you must continue to push Ntombi so that we can see you doing maths goodness next year, grade. But you must get the nice marks in grade 9 so that you can ensure that you do that. If you feel like maybe you need a nudge and a push and a help and an assistance there and there, you must let me know and then tell your mother that you met this guy, met as a game on TikTok and you'd like maybe further assistance. I'd love to assist you further, but obviously it will not come free, my guy, my girl. That's the unfortunate part. So you must yeah, just think about it and then yeah, okay.
Okay.
Nenza uGC, Tesh.
Kada
Yeah,
sikamkali.
yeah, but what I'm saying, yeah, GEC. So with UGEC, like if you are doing UGEC, and also you'll be writing GEC papers end of the year and so forth. You see, that's the help also I can give so that you can have marks that are right for term next year for pure maths. But also uthando lwe-maths mntanam must develop. Maths thando. Teshi. Yandithesha mos ne?
Ke ngoku.
Sure ke Teshi, sure Teshi, mandikupapayise Teshi. Sure Teshi, sure Teshi. Sure Teshi. Alright, okay. Okay, guys, I hope we are following here. Alright. Statement. That statement is relevant. The reason is relevant. Then we add the numbers here. 125, 120 plus 55 plus 35 plus 50 gives us 260. Then obviously we can take the 260 to 360 minus 260 gives us 100. So y is equal to 100 degrees. So 2 in 1, you know this one. 2 in 1. Yeah. Who are these people? MJ Ngubo. Yeah? Mr. Blanket. Yeah? Mr. Blanket. And Dean. Dean for who?
My good sir.
Dean.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay, Dean. Are you keen?
No, so I'm just on it. Ndinengxaki encane, sir.
Ndinengxaki engcwane. What's the ngxaki engcwane, Dean?
Yabona mos le maths uyifundisayo ne. Ndingumuntu ofaka
Uyabona
kule
le maths ndiyayibona le maths ndiyifundisayo. What about it?
Yes, ndinako kule maths, sir, but I think I'm struggling on maths, yeah. So like I was wondering if I could get some help.
What do you mean, like right now?
No, not like right now, sir. Like every day, mos.
Oh,
I
you mean
need
like
this.
consistent help, you mean?
Sir?
You mean consistent help, like help throughout?
Yes, sir. Like just tutoring me, sir.
Just only you mean?
Yes, sir.
Or you mean like one-on-one, not in a troop?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What grade are you doing, Dean?
So I'm in grade 8.
You are a
Grade
grade 8
8, yeah.
learner. Oh, okay. What are you currently doing at school at the moment? What part of the work are you covering at the moment?
So the topic we're on this term, we're on data sets.
Oh, statistics, ne? Data handling.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you are still busy there.
I'm so busy, but there are these small basics that we left on the last term.
Oh, there are things that you did not understand from last time.
Yes, sir.
Like what? What didn't you understand last time?
You see, let me check for the topic, but it's basically based on those so for X things. So for X.
Mm. And Dean, can I tell you something? Can I tell
Huh?
you something?
Yes, sir.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm doing here on the screen? This
Yes, sir.
one, this one. This
Yeah.
is what is coming after you are done with data handling.
Yes, sir. We're already on those topics.
Oh, you're already
Yes,
here in Jumit.
yes, sir. But we
Yeah.
did not really go deep. We're
Yeah, you have
just
not gone deep yet.
yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
understand. But what I'm saying is that, Dean, the short thing is that you see those equations you said you were struggling with in term 2.
Yes, sir.
Here they are. You see, these equations are going to keep on coming up here for geometry. So you can't run away from them. They are
That's
going
why.
to they are going to harass you. They are going to make you wake up at night when you are sleeping. You are going to have nightmares. They are going to be chasing you. If you are
That's
used to if you are used to being chased by a big man with a big X in your dreams, it will not be a big man with a big X. It will be variables, numbers, and the equations that will be chasing you.
that's why I say I'm looking for you, sir, to help me. I've been looking for you to do that for a long time, sir. But
Oh,
I
okay. Then do me this favor, Dean. Go and speak to your mother. And then when you have spoken to your mother, tell him that you met this person on TikTok and stuff like that. He was willing to help me with my grade 8 maths, help me with my grade 9 maths if possible, help me with my grade 10. In fact, just help me until I finish this uh, uh, high school thingamabob that I'm in, which I don't even want to be doing. But I think they are saying maths is helpful somehow and it will help me in something. And this guy just wants to offer his help and maybe shed some light and wisdom. Tell your mother that, and then you can DM me, send me a message, or you can comment on one of my videos on this page. When you have spoken to your mother, I will send you my number, and then we can actually arrange for these lessons of yours to be off TikTok privately on another platform so that I can assist you individually if it's individual help that you need as a grade 8 learner.
yes, sir. But I don't think that is, for asking for the permission is necessary because they eventually agree, sir.
You know what, Dean? I hear you very well. It seems like your mother is a very understanding woman, and I give her props for that. But let's do it for formality's sake, so that she can know at least I respect her. From my side. Just tell her that you met this guy, you met this person on this platform. At least let's do her that decency, and then you can get back to me. I know I hear what you are saying, but I still want you to go through that, just so that we respect Mama Tierras. Do you see?
Yes.
Yeah. But
So
I'm keen. I'm keen. I'm in with helping you. You'll be my first grade 8 learner that I can help this year. We can move forward and we can take you through with the Jane.
yes, sir.
Yeah, because let me tell you this, team. I have a learner currently that is in grade 12. I started helping that learner in grade 10. That learner is like one of the top students in his province. I think when end of this year comes, that learner will probably be there with the minister that time when they announce the results. He'll be there with the minister having a great time with the minister in the top 30 performing kids in the country. So we can talk again and about this. But please just go to your mom. Me, I respect that. Because I know she's your guardian or your father, whoever is your guardian, and just get that approval, and then we can take it from there.
Yes, sir.
Then when that Dean, you'll be my first grade 8 learner, and then anyone else that is interested in the same, you must go speak to your mom and DM me after speaking to your mom or your dad or your parent, and then come back to me. I'll be happy. Please DM me. If you can't DM me, comment on one of my videos. I promise I'll get back to you, and then we'll get your details and we can take it from there.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sure, Dean. Sure, Dean. You are the man. All right, I know, guys. It is what it is. I think I need to scoot out of here because I have an online class with the grade 10s, my private group. So I have to leave now. But I'll see you again when I see you. But I think we did a lot today, right? we did straight lines, we did complementary angles, we did vertically opposite angles, we did revolution, angles around a point. A lot has been done today. We can actually clap for you and for me. Today. And I want to thank all those people that were proactive in the comment section, commenting and also participating very nicely. The likes of Salvation. Salvation was really dishing out some salvation. Like it's Sunday today, a day of salvation. So Salvation was really dishing out some stuff. Ndalo and Prosperity. My great and dearest, you were doing the most. Thank you so much in the comment section as well, participating very nicely, bouncing in and out. Dean will definitely speak, my guy, but like I said, just pass through your guardian. I respect your guardian. Approval comes from there, and then we can actually. Then I'll also be at peace knowing that mommy, daddy knows. Okay, and that goes for anyone who wants assistance and help from me. I can't just go behind mommy or daddy's back. They need to be aware of what's happening. All right, that clears me as well. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm about help, I'm about assistance, I'm about excellence. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the people who followed. I will see you when I see you. Ciao, ciao.